That's what we're going to be talking about on our couch convo today. The criminalization of marijuana and how mass incarceration has been put in as a system to keep that and uphold it. So we're going to talk about it. Thankfully we're not in prison for smoking weed. Thankfully we're out here.
I got arrested for it.
Oh, for real?
That's one of the reasons I had to move back from Arizona.
Shoot, no, for real? What happened?
I got a felony. So I was. This is the same night I got the fucking DUI.
Damn, this was a bad night, dog.
Yeah, it was fucked up. All my friends were fucked up. I had a beer at 9 o'clock. I got pulled over at 3 in the morning. I had less than half a gram on me.
Yeah.
It was 500 milligrams.
What?
So it was like crumbs. So I had a piece and I had a grinder. So he pulled me up or whatever, get me out the car, get the weed or whatever. It's a felony. It's a classic felony.
It was in Arizona.
Yeah.
Arizona's tough.
So I went to jail that night. Everything, man. Ended up, I was working for a bank. So then I went to go get a license for investments.
Yeah.
Because it had been long overdue. I was good at my job and everything. I wanted to get paid more.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to apply for that and they ran my background again. Then boom, it came.
Felony.
And I had to pay all this money to They were they wanted to get money out of me. That's all it is.
Yeah. Oh, that's all the justice system.
It's just
tickets, parking tickets, everything.
It's
it was
revenue
either
collection.
Yeah, it was either the alcohol or the weed, and so I really just just took I don't know. I guess I just took the task charge. It was some weird way of doing it. I had to do the drug program and pay all this. Had to pay all this money, all these court fees, and then I had to pay every week.
That happened to me. That happened to me right before I went to college. I got caught with about less than a gram on me. One night, and it wasn't enough for them to take me to jail or do anything.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to get money out of me, so I had to pay a couple fines in court.
Yeah,
and that's really all they care. They want money.
Yeah, that shit is crazy, and it's fun. It's funny too because I really noticed that they just wanted money because they were you can still smoke weed while on this.
Yeah, they told me the same thing. They said
you just have to get your medical marijuana license, and in Arizona it's $300.
They said I had to take a drug test, but they said it's not a big deal if you don't pass it. What does that mean?
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
They just wanted money, and that's why even like we talked about before, that's why these private prisons are able to do what they're doing because it's cash for profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that leads me to where I was gonna say is you guys have these terrible stories. I'm white, so I have none of these stories.
You smoke more than both of them.
Yeah, I smoke more than pretty much all the people in jail for marijuana combined. And I smoke so much weed, and it's for white people, our stories are bro, I got 2 ounces at once. It was sweet.
Yeah.
We have the opposite stories, and it's because
You got the almost stories. I almost went to jail.
Yeah, right. But the cops never look to us, and they always will give us the benefit of the doubt if they do get us.
Good kid.
Yeah.
You know better. I'm gonna leave this grass with you. You go home, okay?
Right.
And then I would smoke that shit up right there. And my first hit, I'd be
maybe driving
fuck
with
cops. Yeah, that would be it's just both. The difference between how cops just proportionately treat minorities and also poor people, the fact that I've always been in decent neighborhoods means that I can avoid a lot of these issues. Yeah. When I would buy weed in Utah, which is an illegal state, everyone would know, go to the rich white cities like Sandy, because that's where all the that's where all the rich white kids are. But the adjacent city to Sandy was Midvale, which is one of the poorest and one of the most brown places. And if you bought weed, if you drove by Midvale to get to Sandy, you would see multiple people getting pulled over by cops, probably for drugs sometimes, and it was definitely a lot of brown kids.
Yeah.
And it's all you had to do is get past the poor brown area to the rich white area, and then all of a sudden you were free to go.
Okay.
I would buy weed at the church. That was the safe spot to buy weed because the white rich church, no cop will ever go there.
No. That makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense because police presence is so heavy in low income minority areas, and that's why police shootings have gotten even bigger on the news and things like that. Because if you're already in this place and you're looking for trouble, you're gonna find it. But it's just as many. So it's just as many white people as black and brown people doing drugs, smoking marijuana, but there's more black and brown people in prison for it, though.
But yeah, to get tied back to your point, actually, they say white people do more drugs and they do more illicit drugs, and yet they're in jail so much more proportionally less.